My name is Ozzy. Welcome to the round table. We have Chris
Yo.
and we have Nick today,
So,
and we are just going to talk about something kind of off the top of the head, and see what we can do. First, we are going to start with basketball. I think all three of us are currently watching the Wizards lose in the fourth quarter right now, so if you get any reactions, that's probably why. Um, First, let me ask, what do you guys think about LeBron James?
I could go on about LeBron for all night, just because he's so great, and everyone knows LeBron is so great, and everything he does is great on the court, but all of his off-the-court stuff is brutal. He's absolutely insane, and everything he says is all about himself, and he doesn't even understand it. To the fact that when he hits a buzzer beater, that's bananas, is a bananas shot that everyone should be going crazy about. He gets off the court and says how he called the play and forgot about his own coach's play, and that's all anyone can talk about. And we totally forget about how great he is on the court. And it's mind-blowing how he does it every time.
Well, I admire LeBron right now. I will tell anybody in the world LeBron is the greatest basketball player that we have right now. Earlier, I can't lie to you, before he came to the Heat, I hated him. I mean, before he went to the Heat, I hated him. But I don't know why. I didn't really hate him because of anything, and probably it's just because of a media hate. But now I love him. But like Nick was saying, his ego is like really bad, and I feel like the media has groomed his ego. Like he's been like this superstar since he was 18, and the media has been telling you that you're the greatest thing in the world. How are you supposed to act? I mean, I feel like you're gonna be a little bit cocky because the media is telling you that you're the greatest thing in the world since you're 18. 30-year-old man. I mean, what can anybody tell you? And
Yeah,
I
I mean,
mean, go ahead.
I used to hate him a ton, obviously because I'm a Bulls fan, and I can't really stand the comparisons to Jordan, and I still don't think he's close to Jordan. I mean, some people do, but I don't. And you would think that, considering the way that they just own us, I would hate him more now. But I'm kind of with you where I understand like his life has been pretty much like a movie for at least 15 years now. I can't imagine growing up. People just I'm sure he had friends, that were on him, that were adults when he was 12, 13, 14, trying to get money out of him and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's a tough situation to grow up in. So, I mean, I think all things considered, as far as like a person goes, he's probably a pretty good person, considering how he was set up for failure. They were telling him he was going to be the best basketball player ever when he was 16. So, I mean, I understand why he is the way he is, and I mean I do think he's great. I don't think he's better than Tim Duncan yet. I know you can't really compare them because they're different
No
positions.
way. No.
Yeah.
No, he's better than Tim Duncan.
I don't
What?
think
What?
No, he's better than Tim
He's
Duncan.
better than Tim Duncan is Mr. Consistent. Like,
No,
and like there's like honestly like what can Tim Duncan do?
no, I agree with you. It's just if you have a choice between who to build your team around, Tim Duncan or LeBron James, you're gonna
Tim
pick
Duncan in
LeBron
his
James.
prime or LeBron James in his prime? I'm taking Tim Duncan in his prime. And
I don't
it's
believe that at
proven.
all.
It's proven. Look what Tim Duncan did. Look what he has done.
All right,
It's proven.
You put Tim Duncan. All right, remember LeBron? I forget what year did LeBron and the Cavs go to the championship when they were swept by the Spurs?
They had the most horrible team in the world.
Was Tim Duncan take that team to the finals?
Obviously no, but I honestly feel like you can't judge other people's situation. Like you can't.
I
Really,
agree.
you can't really guarantee that if you put LeBron on that Spurs team that they would have won. Like
I can guarantee that.
I mean, okay, you can honestly write that in the books that it would have happened. But I'm saying like every single team that if you switch out Tim Duncan with LeBron and every single thing, you don't. I think still Tim Duncan gets more rings than LeBron.
I mean, how old is Duncan right now?
Like
37,
38, 39. He's like up there. He's like close to
30?
40.
What's LeBron? Probably 30.
It's 30.
Yeah, like on the dot.
So, I mean, if LeBron goes 8 more years like Duncan does, I think he'll be better than Duncan. But that's what's hard to do. Is, like you said, Duncan has been consistent. I mean, he's I mean, he's a little bit worse than he was 5 years ago, but not by much. So I think that's kind of what puts him over the top right now. I think they're both probably top 10 players. I think Duncan might be top 5.
The comparison is always going to be Jordan and LeBron, and the difference between Jordan and LeBron is Jordan didn't care who liked him. He just wanted to win. That's all he wanted to do. He had that killer instinct. Step on your throat. LeBron wants people to like him. He cares so much about people liking him, and that will always be his downfall.
Yeah, and I mean, you can't compare. I mean, Jordan had so much heart, and I mean, LeBron's great and everything, and he's been hitting game-winning shots recently. But Jordan was always like that. He wanted to crush people. If you go Google like Jordan trash talk and just read some of that stuff, where he was like, I read one where it was like a preseason game. I can't remember who the guy was, but Jordan wasn't trying because it doesn't matter to him. It's preseason. So, some guy was guarding or whatever. In the second quarter, he told me, he's like, I'm shutting you down or whatever. And he dropped like 35 points in the second half of a preseason game. And he's just like, you're not going to talk to me like that. And I don't think LeBron would ever do anything like that.
Oh, he's not as competitive as Larry Bird or Magic Johnson.
Yeah.
I mean, I go back to that, and like the only thing I don't compare about that is because I honestly think that now these players are like athletically gifted, that those players that back in Jordan time, it doesn't compare. Like maybe they had like a Clyde Drexler that was really athletic, or maybe
they're physically better, but they're emotionally worse. They don't want it as much as those people did.
I agree, and I agree that I like the style of back when they used to fight and stuff like that. Yeah, I like that. I enjoy that. And so I wish they did bring like that like mean streak back. Like I wish like LeBron hated Melo, and like every time they played like it was actually like a battle, or like Kobe hated Durant, or like I wish it was still like that, but it's not.
LeBron's a mental midget. He's a mental midget. He's a mental midget. He has to, he's got to take his headband off. He's got to put his headband on. He's got to tell everyone.
Fingernails.
He's got to tell everyone that his ankle hurts. His ankle's killing him, but he's going to play through it. He's a mental midget.
All right, I'm done with LeBron. I think that's enough of LeBron for tonight. Chris, did you want to say anything about the Wizards before we switch off of basketball? Do you want to talk about it?
Right now we're watching them. It's 85-79. I mean, we don't finish well. We don't usually finish well, and so I'm not thinking that we're gonna finish well. So maybe by the end of this, it's 6 minutes left. So
yeah, but I mean, you gotta respect Wall for actually. I mean, he's crazy for playing, but
I respect it. I just hope it doesn't hurt in the long term. That's my only thing. Like every time like a Wizards player gets injured, you can go back to Gilbert. You can go back to any important Wizards player. They always get injured, and they always just like the franchise just goes downhill from there. Yeah. And so like I just hope this is not one of those injuries that just kills like the whole thing, and we're just.
Do you think their core is good enough to win it all, or do you think they need to add somebody?
I'm growing on just the Bill and the Wall thing, but I still think they need more pieces. Maybe not Durant. I'm kind of like giving up on the Durant thing.
See, I think he's gonna go to Washington. So
I kind of just give up on the Durant thing. Like I mean, I want him here. Like obviously, like
yeah.
But I also think
he's gonna be any good either since he's hurt.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. He's about to have to be a chronic injury type player too.
Yeah, those feet injuries are bad.
Yeah, no, those are horrible. And I'm also liking how Otto is developing right now. Like he didn't play much in the regular season, but right now he's playing a lot more. So I like how he's developing. So maybe in like a couple years he may be that player that we. But I also think we need to get rid of Nene because he's just taking up cap space.
Yeah, he's getting old now.
And he's getting old, so.
Do you think you should fire Whitman?
I think we should fire Whitman. I don't think Whitman's going to get us to that next step. But I also know that winning brings stability. So I don't think he's going anywhere right now. But I really do wish we could have brought in like last year George Karl or maybe Mark Jackson. Someone that I'll know that would push like us over the top. I don't think he's ever going to push us over the top. Maybe if we get like some assistance. I like who we have now. We have a couple vets on our assistants, but I still think we need a little bit of work. Like we need something. We're missing a player. I like Greg Oden, but I mean not Greg Oden, Greg Monroe. but I don't think that's logical against him right now. So, but I feel like he'd be a nice piece.
And
Who
I
do you
mean,
guys
just
have in the finals?
Hmm.
Who do you guys have in the finals?
it's gonna be Cavs and Golden State.
That's what I have.
You asked me yesterday, I would have said the Cavs and Clippers.
That
But
collapse was kind of bad.
yeah, after last night, I'm like, yeah.
I feel like the West is just beating each other up.
Oh yeah, I
Things
mean,
are
but that's what
so
the West.
bad.
That's what the West does every year, though. But I would pick Cavs, and I want to pick. My heart wants to pick Memphis because I honestly think that Memphis can come back and beat Golden State.
Mm-hmm. What is it,
But
3-2?
yeah, but I'm gonna go with everybody's pick, the Cavs and Golden State.
Just so I'm on the record, as a Bulls fan, I do think Thibodeau should be fired. We have to get rid of him. That's, after that effort, it was just, that's a little too embarrassing.
And Phil Jackson's their next coach.
I'm gonna leave it alone.
He
I
ain't
don't
leaving
know
that.
about that.
He's too comfy. 12
He's
million.
gonna come.
He's 12 million
Just
and the
watch.
president.
He's a competitor. He's a competitor.
You can't win with the Knicks.
You can't.
He won't.
All right, I would ask Nick about basketball, but he's a Sixers fan. So we're gonna go to the Eagles. We're gonna be done with basketball for now. So what do you think about Chip Kelly?
Chip Kelly's a genius. Bill Belichick. He's an absolute genius. He's Bill Belichick. They're gonna. No, realistically, at the Eagles, I mean, Sam Bradford, if he doesn't get hurt, is a halfway decent quarterback. If he doesn't get hurt.
Yeah.
DeMarco Murray is a great running back if he doesn't get hurt. Miles Austin can be a solid backup receiver if he doesn't get hurt. All these guys they have will be really good for them if they don't get hurt. Their whole team is injury prone. And other than that, I mean, their first round pick was it looks like a stud wideout. But according to Stephen A. Smith, Chip Kelly's the biggest racist in all of football.
That's what I wanted to ask. I wanted to ask you as an Eagles fan and Chris as a black man. Do you think Chip Kelly is racist?
Yo, I do not think Chip Kelly is racist. Like, I just think that Chip Kelly is like, all right, this is the team I want, so I'm gonna get rid of all those old. Like all he did was just get rid of players that from the previous era. The GM drafted those players. He's just trying to get rid of those players. I don't feel like he's being racist at all. Like, I feel like he kind of stupid because all he got for LaShawn McCoy was like a 5th round and a linebacker coming off of surgery.
A stud linebacker coming off of surgery.
Coming off of surgery. Come on. You got LaShawn McCoy, arguably the best running back in the league. You got that's
it
what you
worked
get
out.
for him.
It worked out though.
DeMarco Murray coming on. I mean, but even DeMarco Murray, you still have to be questionable about him because he had a problem in Dallas with fumbling.
The one thing I can say though with Chip Kelly at least is it's so entertaining. At least the whole offseason for me is fun. Most people, their teams, you don't hear a word about their team in the offseason up until the draft. I get to have fun from September until September now. I get to constantly have fun with football.
And just so everyone knows, I'm a 49ers fan, and Chris is a Raiders fan. So I think we're just going to leave those alone as well, because I have nothing to say about my team.
Yo, I'm feeling optimistic now. Like, I mean, let's not say I'm still guaranteeing that we'll probably get like a top 10 pick next year. But I feel good about our Derek Carr and our Cooper connection right now.
I like Derek Carr.
He grew on me. I did not like him when we first drafted him last year. Actually, last year, I was pulling for us to get the number 1 pick so we could get Mariota.
I honestly think that y'all will finish with a better record than we will. Like, I think we're going to win 4 games. I think we're going to be terrible.
How do you like your coach?
How
do you like your
I'm
coach?
sure he's a nice guy.
Huh?
I'm sure he's a nice guy, but, I mean, I'm not saying anything.
The 49ers disrespected the best running back they've ever had.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I hope the Colts win the Super Bowl, honestly. I would love to see Frank Gore win. I think he deserves that more than anyone on our team does. I mean, you have people like, we have people now that are like, oh, well, Coach Harbaugh worked us too hard and stuff like that. I mean, what does that mean? You're a football player.
I
You're
don't I
supposed to
don't
know
get it.
that.
And that's your job.
You
This
pay
is what
millions
you
of
chose to
dollars.
do. Like, you chose to do this. You chose to play football. Like, you could have quit, or you could have used your college education to go into a different field. But you chose to play football, and you're complaining that a man is working you too hard. Like, you know how many people would love to play football? You know how many people would love to work out all day?
Yeah,
Just
that's what
to,
you run all day. Like, okay, you
Just
get
be
paid
an
millions of
absolute
dollars.
savage for your career.
like, you tell me I could play basketball for the rest of my life? Like, you understand, like, how happy I would be?
Well, what'd you say about the average career? I mean, what, 3 years?
For football?
Depending on
Yeah.
what sport, yeah.
Yeah.
But still, in 3 years, I mean, how much money do you make playing football?
Yo,
I mean, if you're on the practice squad, you're making $500,000, so you're making money no matter what.
let's go.
Uh-oh, look at the Wizards. We got a comeback here.
Down by one, down by one.
Plenty of time.
But we got y'all, I don't know. You guys still have a team though. Like, you guys still
I don't
have
think Kaepernick's any good. I think he's terrible. I don't think he's a good quarterback.
who, Kaepernick?
Yeah, we'll see, but I don't think he's any good.
I mean,
You should play wide out.
did you prefer Alex Smith?
I love Alex Smith.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm kind of biased, Alex Smith is my favorite football player. Kirk Heinrich is my favorite basketball player. So, I mean, they're not very good.
They're just really that's really like middle of the road. Like,
Alex Smith is your
I think
favorite
they're like
football
me.
player?
They're like white people who try really hard, and they're obviously not like anyone else out there. Like, everyone's
Then why not like Luke Kuechly?
Well, he's kind of new, though. I mean, what's he been in the league, like 4 years now?
He's already more successful than Alex Smith.
But he was on the 49ers, Well,
yeah, that's true. He was a 49ers.
Frank Gore is probably my favorite. I mean, it's hard to not love Frank Gore. After he plays, he keeps his head down, he just works all the time.
How good is the Colts offense right now?
They should score like 35 points a game.
Should.
They've got two receivers that run a 4-2. Andre Johnson, Frank Gore, and Andrew Luck.
I love Hilton. He's been my favorite since he came in the league. I mean, I just think he's awesome. I think he just dominates people.
Oh, I don't think that they might put up 35 points a game.
It's very, very believable. I mean, especially with Luck back there. Luck is he's
They
been
just score
insurgent.
50 times a game.
Andrew Luck's going to be the best quarterback in the league in 3 years.
Oh, I mean, this is borderline coming soon. Like, I mean,
Before that, yeah.
I mean,
I'm so tired of the Peyton Manning talk. I mean, there's no way I just get tired of hearing about Peyton Manning.
It sucks too because it ruins how great he is, he's a great regular season quarterback. But like the conversation between him and Brady is bogus.
it's ridiculous. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's what I mean. Even Brady wins in the regular season. He wins in the postseason. Like, Brady wins all the time. So
he doesn't throw 500 touchdown passes.
He does, and he doesn't need to. He wins. Like, it still gets him the win. And so I don't see the comparisons. I mean, numbers wise, obviously everybody would love to have Peyton throwing 5 touchdowns a game.
But
you gotta win.
If you could pick 5 quarterbacks and have just 5 quarterbacks that you could choose from, I'm going Brady. I'm going Aaron Rodgers, then Brady. Andy Luck, and I don't know. There's got to be someone else besides Peyton.
There aren't many good quarterbacks right now.
It depends. Like, I don't feel like.
I mean, Romo is probably top 5.
Romo, I'm always hesitant to give Romo top 5 because of the winning thing. Like,
Corver keeps missing.
He gets there, I guess. He gets to a certain point and then he just like loses.
Mm-hmm. But Manny does, and people talk about he's the greatest ever.
He does have a Super Bowl though.
But I'm about to say, you guys forget about Big Ben though.
I'm not sure how I feel about him.
I mean, I don't like Big Ben as like a person, but as a football player, he's undeniably good. I mean,
yeah.
He's a winner. He's like we were just talking about Peyton. He's not gonna throw for 5 TDs a game or whatever. But
he does probably have the best wide receiver in football too, which no one realizes.
I agree. Antonio Brown, I agree.
And Martavius Bryant is gonna come around, and then they just got Sammy Coates too in the draft.
I still think Des Bryant's the best receiver in football.
Really?
He's great.
He
Has when he gets his head out of the game, it's.
He really is great. He's just so good.
Like, you know what? I don't know how to feel about, like, grading players, because a grade for a player is so short. Like, if you asked us this question, like, how, like, 2 years ago?
Calvin Johnson.
It's all Calvin Johnson. Maybe, like, a year before that, it was Andre Johnson. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The thing with Andre Johnson, though, is...
Especially in football.
Especially in football, it's like Andre Johnson's been great his whole career. It's just that he's
never had a quarterback. He's never had a single quarterback throw him a ball.
Yeah.
Every top-tier receiver has had somebody really good throwing him a football. Tony was a good quarterback. I don't think he's better than Peyton, but he's a good quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, even Des Bryant has him. I mean, I'd take Matt Stafford over a bunch of quarterbacks for sure.
I don't know. I don't believe in Matt. I don't believe in Matt Stafford. I think he has Calvin Johnson. I think that's.
I agree with you, but if you were choosing quarterbacks in the league, I guarantee you have Stafford in your top 10.
Yeah, top 10.
I'm not saying he's a top 10 quarterback. I'm saying.
I get what you're saying.
With what's out there right now, you're going to pick Matt Stafford over a lot of people.
I have to make a top 10 list and get back to you on that one.
So, do you guys think Tom Brady cheated?
This is how I feel about it.
Same reaction.
I feel like there's like a couple refs touch the ball every play. Referees touch the ball and place the ball at the spot every play. Like, this happens every play. So you're telling me that all the referees that touched it, none of them during the game was like, oh, this ball feels a little bit different.
You can't feel it. You can't feel it.
And if that's the case, why does it matter? If it's not even that big of a difference for a feel, then it doesn't matter. It wasn't cheating.
Did you guys? All right, none of us read the Ted Wells report, right?
No.
The pages. Yeah.
The Colts said they told Goodell about it before the game, about deflating footballs, and Goodell said in the report that he never knew about it, and the Colts were like, "No, we told you about it."
He's so corrupt.
So it's like, and then like at the end of the report, it says like, it's more probable than not that the Patriots did this. I don't even know what the hell that means. I have no idea what the hell that means. It's more probable than not.
Did you see the guy, the Nobel Peace Prize guy?
No.
He went through it scientifically and said it was no way possibly that the Patriots could have cheated, basically.
Well, the other
that's basically
issue
what he
is
said.
they measured the PSI of the footballs at halftime, but they didn't measure them at the beginning of the game. So you don't know what they started at. Yeah. You just know what they were at halftime. So
that makes no sense to me.
I heard someone saying one of the playoff games, I think it was a playoff game, I think it was the Colts, they were actually holding the footballs up to the heaters on the sideline.
I think it was the Vikings or something.
Yeah.
It was some
50 degrees at that game too.
But like that's what I'm saying, like that I feel like this issue is like so little, and like it's just like it was on CNN, like it was a top 5 story on CNN. Why does this matter?
If the footballs are blown up more, do they like what was the score, 40-7?
Blunt ran for like 150.
Yeah.
That had to do with the ball. Yeah, that had to do with the ball.
It's such a bogus, like, all right, let's say he did it. Let's say he cheated. All right, fine him and be done with it. He doesn't need to be suspended for 4 games. They compare it to PEDs. Ray Rice was technically suspended for 2.
Yo, like, they are blackballed. Like, certain players are blackballed. I'm surprised Hardy got signed. I'm really surprised. Because everybody that runs into a problem usually gets blackballed.
Not a running back. He's not a running back.
This is true.
Ray Rice's career.
Running backs are definitely. Greg
Hardy's his girlfriend, when she called the police, that was like did you guys hear the 911 call?
I didn't.
That was bad. He threw her on top of a bunch of guns and started beating the crap out of her.
Yeah, he told her, he said, this is what I'm gonna kill you with and stuff like that. I mean, I didn't hear the call, but I'd read about what happened, and they said he was like holding her up by her neck and stuff like that. Man, he was.
She was messed up.
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't even know that. That's crazy. I'm surprised he got a second chance after that, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's way worse than what Ray Rice did. And all people say is like, well, there's tape of Ray Rice, but what's that matter? I mean, you know what he did.
I
You don't
mean,
need to see
they're
it.
both bad. Like honestly, you're a
Yeah,
football player. You're an NFL player. I
don't
feel
hit
like
women.
it's just like boxing. Like boxers are not allowed to fight regular people on the
Like
street.
Mayweather beating up his
Yeah,
girlfriends.
like
5
that's
different
stupid.
times.
Like that, and that's like as a boxer, he should be punished because come on,
You,
dog. Like
it's different.
you know you have hands. Like you know that your hands are dangerous. Why would you even attempt to like try to hurt anybody?
In front of
Like
your kids, too. Your kids are sitting there
yo,
watching.
Boxing's
domestic
different
violence.
because they just make money off of one guy. The NFL is a gear, is a machine. You just take one off and put another one back on.
Mhm.
So the NFL, and with the NFL, like you could do whatever you want, and if you're good, they'll figure out a way for you to get away with it. If there's not full proof, you can do whatever you want, and they'll suspend you. They'll give you your fine, but you'll still be in the league.
I mean, I just think domestic violence, regardless, is just like kind of fucked up.
No, I 100% agree with you.
Like
I agree with you.
more times than not, it's the man is like way bigger than the woman, and it's just like, come on,
Yeah,
dog. Like
there's no need for that.
there's
Just
no
call
need. Nah, come on, man.
No, I 100% agree with you. But if someone told you that Ray Rice could be on the Raiders this year, and that automatically gives you a Super Bowl, there you go.
It's been like 12 years. It's been like 12 years. I might have to sign him.
I would.
It's been like 12 years.
They said you have to deal with Greg Hardy and Ray Rice in your team. You're going to win the Super Bowl. I'm probably going to sell
I
my
would think
soul.
Ray Rice, but I don't know about Greg Hardy because I think that they're both abuse, but I think there is a difference there. And,
I do think there's a difference.
Ray Rice had a
I
reaction.
I think Ray Rice was a show. I think like his was a show. Like Greg Hardy was a little bit more quieter.
Yeah.
If that's
Because
a
there's no
word.
video. The video makes things different.
This is true.
You can-
We
But,
seen.
still, but you know what happened. You know what Greg Hardy did. You don't have to see it. I mean, everyone knows what happened.
But
Yeah.
if you saw the video of Greg Hardy, it would make it totally different for the way you look.
Oh
at it.
yeah, it would make it 10
Oh,
times. He
everybody
probably would have
would.
never got signed. Yeah, he probably would have never got signed.
No, there's no way.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh
mean-
yeah.
But
Next-
if it meant I could get a Super Bowl, I'd take him.
See, I can't say that.
I'm thirsty. I'm thirsty for a Super Bowl. I don't know.
I can't take Greg Hardy.
I would. I'll sell my soul. I'll put it at that.
He said I'll sell my soul for a Super
I'd
Bowl.
sell my soul to the devil for a Super Bowl.
Hey,
Okay.
that's a huge
Next
fan.
question. Who is your favorite and most hated ESPN personality?
I'll go last.
All right. I would say I have a tie for a favorite. I like Woody Page, and I like Bill Simmons.
I like Woody Page too. I can see that. He seems like an old drunk, but he's really fun.
Like he seems like a fun ass uncle, dog. Like,
Yeah.
like yo, and like on
He
his
gives
message
you alcohol
boards.
when you're 16.
Yeah, exactly. Like here.
Yeah.
I like Bill Simmons because Bill Simmons, like, he's as real as ESPN lets him. And now that he's getting fired, I'm hoping he goes to like some channel like Vice, like or like Fox, somewhere that's let him be him, like somewhere that he can just be like Bill Simmons, like real brash and everything. My most hated right now, like as of like this Friday, has to be Colin Cowherd after the whole Nick told me about the Sean Taylor comments, and
I didn't know
he's always hating on my favorite player, John Wall, right now. So, Colin Cowherd is probably like number one, but most hated. So,
All right, I'm excited for this because my most hated is going to be someone off the wall, and you're both going to agree because I'm going to tell the complete truth, and if anyone likes him, they're wrong. But my favorite is probably also Bill Simmons, pretty much for what you said. I mean, I listen to all the podcasts, I read all the articles. I don't know. If you listen to if you listen to the Cousin Sal podcast, I think they're hilarious. I love them all. So I don't know. My most hated is Brian Windhorst.
yo, I hate him, dog. Like, how does he get why? Why
That
did he get
guy
his
got
job?
famous because he stalked LeBron as a kid. Like that's
all. That is all.
he just follows LeBron around and talks about it. It's creepy. Like that's not a job. That's just stalking someone. You're not
That's
doing.
like, yo, that I do hate him. I do hate him because he's
I hate his face.
that's-
I hate looking at him.
It doesn't even look like he played basketball in any type of way. Like,
No, I don't know how he
He did stalk LeBron.
information.
like, yeah, I hate him too. You're right.
I don't know.
All right. First of all, my most hated isn't Bill Simmons, but you're both completely wrong about Bill Simmons. He's completely fake. He's a fake Boston. He acts like he's the Boston guy, the Boston sports guy. He's not. He's a
You are from the
thin-skinned.
Northeast, so I will say you might have a little better
Bias. You might have a little bias.
He's a thin-skinned motherfucker. he's just the fakest guy on ESPN, bar none. But I'm not gonna get into Bill Simmons. I hate Bill Simmons. My favorite is probably Scott Van Pelt.
I was gonna say that too.
Sheesh.
He went to Maryland. I like UVA, so I hate Maryland, but I love that guy. I think he's
SVP. He's a great guy to follow on Twitter. Just a good guy overall.
Yeah.
Nothing really to say about the guy you like either. It's just good guys. My most hated, I mean, between Cowherd or I can't even hate Skip Bayless because he's WWE. He belongs in the WWE. He's so but Stephen A. Smith is the most racist person on the face of the earth, and he's so open about it.
He tries to make everything a racist problem.
And he tried. Well, the thing he said about because like with the thing with Brady, first of all, when he was like, "Why didn't Brady go to the White House?" I'm kind of curious why Brady didn't want to be seen.
Yo, he didn't want to
Barack
go. He didn't
Obama.
want to go.
He was like, I'm not saying anything. It's just weird that Brady doesn't want to be seen with Barack Obama. I'm not saying anything.
maybe he doesn't like Obama. What's he got to do with his color? I mean,
Like,
and
yo,
then
he just doesn't want to go. Like,
and then
what
people
the
call
hell?
him out. People call him out for saying that, and he says everyone's a dirtbag for calling him racist. And he's like, I defended Riley Cooper. I don't remember him defending Riley Cooper.
Yo, I don't remember that at all.
that's the opposite of I have a black friend.
Yeah,
I
you know,
defend Riley Cooper.
no one defended Riley Cooper. I don't think his parents defended Riley Cooper.
I'm about to say, I don't even think white people defended Riley Cooper. I think white people were like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what the fuck are
Nobody
you doing,
defended
Riley?
Riley Cooper.
No,
So, and Stephen A. Smith is just so in your face about it, and he's like so open about it. He's always yelling, and I hate that he's always yelling. He's always in your face. The things he said about Chip Kelly, which I'm going to be biased about. He's just the worst, and he hangs out with Floyd Mayweather, and he defends Floyd Mayweather about everything he does, and he's a hater, and he acts like he's from Philly, and he's not. And fuck
that
him.
Floyd Mayweather stuff made me mad because he was really like on his side and stuff. That was weird too. It was like ESPN was paying him to do that.
You know what I hated? I hated the fact that all his shit came out, all his bad stuff was like forefront. I hate the fact that like after Rachel Nichols was denied her media pass, she posted a video of her and Floyd's domestic violence interview or whatever. Like
He ignored it.
like I just hate how the fact that like I feel like they talked more about his domestic violence a lot more than they talked about the fight. I mean, I would have even rather them talk about more Manny Pacquiao than how much they talked about his domestic violence thing. Like, I get it. I get that, like, at the moment he was the highlight, so let's talk about everything about him. I get that. But I also get, like, there are different things about the fight that you could definitely be talking about. We heard nothing about the undercards.
And
We knew
don't get me wrong,
nothing about the undercards.
I hate Floyd Mayweather more than anyone. I mean, I hate that guy. But people did take it as an opportunity to go at him and to bring all this stuff. I mean, why didn't they bring it up before there was a $300 million fight, you know? Like, he's an awful person, but why bring it up, you know? They're just trying to get views and stuff like that. Like, Deadspin was all over it. I like Deadspin, but all the time. Like, every
I
day. It was
hate
a different article.
Deadspin.
Yeah, I don't do Deadspin at all.
Deadspin's fake too.
No, they try to get clicks. They, you know, something. They're right, just.
I
And
mean,
they
that's just
act-
like Black Sports Online, though. Black Sports Online does the same thing.
Black Sports Online is different. They'll do their stuff. Deadspin acts like they're not out to get clicks, and they're like real journalists, and they're just,
yeah.
they're not. If like they find out some good rumor stuff, like they broke the Manti Te'o story.
Yo.
The Wizards are going to have a chance to tie here.
I
6 seconds
you know, I'm watching and I'm watching the screen and I'm watching like the TV. I'm just like, yo.
One more thing about the ESPN people. You're talking about how Stephen A. Smith does the racist thing. I love Bomani Jones, but he does that a little bit too. And I mean, you can tell he's so intelligent, but it seems like he'll always slide a shot in about race, and I've never understood why. And whenever people call him out on it, he just blocks them. He's like, "You're wrong."
Skip
And that's
Bayless
it.
does that too, kinda. He does it.
But they want people to react. I don't understand it because I mean, he went to one of I don't know which school it is. He went to one of those. I don't know if
Vanderbilt.
it's like a prep school, but one of the
I think it
mostly
was
all black.
Vanderbilt.
Yeah, he went to Vanderbilt.
Who's
No, I'm talking
Skip?
about no, Bomani Jones.
Oh,
He went to one of the. I don't know which one it was.
I don't know.
I can look it up here, but I mean, you can tell he's highly intelligent, and I've never understood why he acts like that sometimes. I think he just likes to entertain people. I think he entertains himself. I think he gets bored sometimes.
I mean, speaking from like a black man's point of view, we don't really have like a lot of faces
Who went to
that are
Clark?
like faces that really tell a black man's perspective like without watering it down, I guess.
Mhm.
Like Stuart Scott was like really like the first black broadcaster that like let a personality show.
Yeah.
So like I mean maybe like I get maybe Mohami's like maybe like overbearing sometimes, but also it's like who else is speaking for us?
We gotta watch this. We gotta see what happens.
6.4
This is good
left.
live TV right now.
as
So
soon as you
down
start,
3, 6.4.
as soon as you start talking about race, he cuts you off.
All right, here we go. Who drew this up?
Yo, what the
What type of
fuck?
play is this?
What the fuck? Yo,
Whoa!
let's go!
Oh my
That didn't
God!
count.
Let's
That
go!
didn't count. That didn't count.
I know it didn't, but it looked great. Oh,
How does
please
that
let count.
happen?
That didn't
Please
count.
let that count. Please let that count.
How did that go
Please
in?
let that count. Cause that he had
Oh my God!
Please let that count. Please let that count. Please let that count. Cause that was kind of like ridiculous.
How did he hit that?
How do you even get the shot off?
Yo, I don't even think he got it off. I don't think it counts. Like
You
honestly,
see the replay?
not being biased right now, I don't think it counts.
Oh my God!
But let's see, cause son, he had the look. It's 1 second right there. Shit, that doesn't count. Oh shit,
He
Ooh,
got-
that's close.
oh no, he didn't get that off.
he didn't flick the wrist.
It's
wrist.
very close.
That is very close.
This
Here
is
you
a
go.
good view.
Slow motion here. All right.
Look, no, go back,
Oh,
go back,
you got it.
go back. Like, son, I don't know. Oh my
Oh,
god.
it's close.
I
Yo,
think they might.
That's what our playoffs comes down to right now. This is what our playoffs comes down to.
All right, move the kick. All right.
Yeah, I have to see the red.
Ooh,
But it looked-
I don't-
Like, does that count as off his hands? Does that count as off his hands? Because it was like he still had his ball on his hands on the ball.
No,
I don't-
they gotta wave it off. I think
They might
I
let him
wanna
keep
say-
it.
that's a
I
great
don't
shot,
know.
though.
That is a great shot. That if only it was like a second before. He already knows he didn't make it. He's looking at it.
I don't know how that went in. He was falling to the side.
Damn.
Look at him. He's like he's gonna cry.
Because I don't think it's going to count either.
It's funny that he said series over though. I can't believe he
It was supposed to be.
I
Nene
know.
should have boxed out. You're a big man. You're
he's
a power
such,
forward.
he's awful. I hate
Power forward
that.
and centers. I don't get that about you guys, big men either.
It didn't count.
And he killed us last year. Nene did.
Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, we killed the Raptors because our big men were dominating and out rebounding.
It's awful.
Yo, it's like, come on, dog. Like, what are y'all doing?
Good series. Good series.
Yeah.
It's bittersweet. It
There's
was good,
no-
sir.
Oh man.
They're gonna go get swept.
Horford is angry at someone.
Yo, I hope they get swept. I
hope
want
they
them to
fight
get
right
swept
now.
so bad.
They can fight.
You said fight though?
Yeah, I hope they fight. I wanted us
Wow.
to fight last night. We're down 30 points. You need to send some goons in or something.
Yeah, I know. Tony Snell was supposed to like just.
Yeah, go
like,
tackle somebody, man.
At least, see the Greek freak. He went out right. He went out right.
He didn't
He
lay
went
up.
out right. Like he laid Mike Dunleavy out. He was like, "Fuck it. Like
That's
we're gonna
bad.
lose."
Yeah. This is over, so let me tackle somebody.
Kind of would
Alright.
like to see in overtime.
Yeah, I know. All right, I think we're about done here. Do you guys have final thoughts? Anyone?
Probably the worst 48 hours in the history of Washington D.C. sports.
You might be right.
I would agree with him on that. You know, we got knocked out of the playoffs twice. we had a good weekend. I mean, last weekend we beat Atlanta, like in baseball and basketball. So it was a good weekend. And then the week just
The Nats are good again.
the Nats. I think we lost to the Padres. I think last night.
They haven't been winning lately.
Yeah, but they're in the NL East. They're gonna cruise.
Yeah,
because it's not like the Phillies is gonna challenge us.
The Phillies are gonna win 50 games if they're lucky. 50 maybe.
Yeah, getting rid of everybody.
Yeah.
They can't even pay people to take
Cole Hamels.
Howard.
Oh, Howard? Fuck him.
He's awful.
I hate him.
Okay, my final thought. Y'all gonna make fun of me for this, but I have to say it because it's true. If you're not watching Girl Meets World, you need to watch it. Great television. It's a lot of Corey Matthews and Topanga. And this is from my childhood. So go watch Girl Meets World. 5 new episodes this week. There were new episodes all week. Go try Girl Meets World. I know you liked Boy Meets World when you were a kid.
I didn't mean Philadelphia.
So, there you go. See, so go give Girl Meets. The first season started a little weird, but this season it's really good. We got some Feeney, we got some Sean. Everyone's coming back. So give it a try.
I'll give it a shot.
All right, thank you. Anything else?
That's it.
All right, we will be back in a few days.
Peace.